So let's
Yeah.
see how this one works out. And let's hop on over into game number 1 of this best of 5 Warchief Club final. We've got in the eastern spawn, Scatterbrained here in the yellow, playing the Delhi Sultanate. We've got one shop, we've got Wheelbarrow already in queue, here comes the mosque. And we've got on the other side, Dragevann playing as Jeanne d'Arc, Jeanne as the mason, building the mining camp, building the house. Yeah, gonna be an interesting one. Can Scatterbrained avoid Jeanne so much that he can make it to either enough feudal units or to a decent castle timing to survive?
So Delhi normally is Dome of the Faith, and it's Dome of the Faith into sort of like this fast castle build. Against Jenny, though, I actually kind of can see a Tower of Victory argument being made, and you just kind of play, Ghazi, Spear, Bow, and you use your bows to snipe Jenny early. And your bows are at least good enough where if like you hit some knights, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you either try to avoid Jenny as much as you can going dome, or you try to play the Tower of Feudal Power and kill her. Not sure if
Yeah.
that's gonna work out though.
I mean, if you go like Ghazi Spear, open Ghazi Spear, you can kind of dent Jenny a little bit with that. But yeah, no, I mean, Scatter can go one of two ways. I think we're gonna get Dome of the Faith. Looking at the spawn with the neutrals, there is 0 chance of Chamber of Commerce. That much.
Boo! Boo! Yeah, okay. I mean, if you're going chamber into Delhi, I don't know how to help you, but maybe someone can. Sacred spawned relatively neutral. Nothing really to write home about. School of Cav coming out, no surprises. He's only building it with Jenny. Okay, he's pulling a second one there.
Yeah, he's trying to get Jenny as much experience as possible early on. Boar's fairly safe, though. If you have Roman Ghazis, it's nothing is really safe out there. Dome of the Faith. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised.
Scholaritis.
Yep, exactly. And with enough scholars, spears, and Ghazis, and the healing, you can dispatch Jenny and Feudal if you wanted to.
I mean, I'll say this: healing in feudal age, or rather in lower ages, is mostly just against melee units. It's excellent. Now against knights is not as prevalent because knights do so much damage, but it's still good.
Okay.
It's still good.
So no pro scouts coming out from Jenny. We probably will have pro scouts coming out from Scatterbrained because it's free. Why not?
Is it gonna make a second mill though? That's my question.
You could. You absolutely could.
I mean, it's what you usually see if people prioritize it. I don't think we'll see it, but I've been wrong before. Don't tell anyone.
Been wrong.
Hey.
I was saying I've been wrong a lot. The interesting thing is I thought it was 3 on gold for Delhi Dome of the Faith. Unless, am I missing something?
So what you usually do is, because free is producing a little bit of an overflow, you pull away after you had 3 on for a little bit. And two is a little bit too few, and 3 is a little bit too much. So usually you get a little bit extra and then you pull 1 away. But yeah, scholars in queue, and we have the immediate sanctity, and we have pro scouts queued up right after wheelbarrow. So no horticulture, no survival techniques, no second mill.
I mean, yes, you're gonna get them. Just after 3 minutes and 50 seconds, it's gonna be a little bit quicker because once these scholars start popping out, those timers are gonna go down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like how quickly these go down for each scholar. So like horticulture is 219. Scholar popped in, it turned to 2 minutes and 3 seconds for a brief little bit, but Scholar, popped out and is now in the stables. So we're getting Ghazi Raiders.
Yep.
And I think they're aimed right at this deer pack.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to risk your Don't want to risk your scouts immediately out on the map with knights walking around. We have ranged Jenny, by the way. Jenny Hunter is on the way.
So, Ghazi's got to be licking their lips at that. You know, ranged Jenny doesn't have as much armor as melee Jenny, obviously, and Ghazi's do bonus damage to range, so they're gonna really feast on Jenny here.
Yeah.
I guess you have ranged Jenny to pick off any, like, retreating Ghazis.
He's actually just sitting there waiting for the Ghazi to come in. Good call on Dragavann's part. Ghazi has to walk around, go all the way around, I guess, towards the... But the gold is actually quite well protected. Can't really be doven on. If you'd maybe do a small wall here on top to funnel it through the town center. But, yeah. It's actually a good position for Dragevann to be in here. Ghazi's coming back around. And they actually get a pick. Oh, this is real bad.
And this is where ranged Jenny comes into play, right? That Ghazi, Scatterbrained tried to pull it back, and ranged Jenny just cut it down. But you know what? One Ghazi, a little bit of experience for Jenny, but you get a villager? I don't really mind that. I do not mind that if I'm Scatterbrained.
Pretty good. Sanctity, by the way, is about to finish. 20 seconds. Are we going to see the scholars move out now? So far, nothing. And we do have the barracks out for Scatterbrained now. Scholars are already sitting inside. 3 scholars are making their ways to the 3 sacred sites. And we do have mass spear production going, but so does Dragevann.
That is the right call by Dragevann. If you go archers here, Ghazi spear is going to crush you. I think opening barracks, opening spear is the right call here. And now these spearmen can defend... you know, your food, and those knights are freed up to go raiding.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely good.
The alternative is you have melee Jenny and you go pure knights, but that is scary depending on the number of spears. Ghazi's wasting some time, and now all 3 sacred sites are about to be lit up pretty much at the same second.
Yeah, 7:38 with the first one coming in, 7:42. I mean, these are just precise timings from Scatterbrained, and I don't really think you can get timings any earlier than this.
Yeah.
One Ghazi going down to the night charge, and that's because there's a scout with these Ghazi raiders, and that's a little bit of a mistake here, because now all these Ghazis are moving at the speed of the scout, so night charges can catch up, and Ghazis can't run away.
Don't go around telling people they shouldn't bring scouts with their raiding force, because they should. Oh, Dragevann tries to close the wall. Let's hope he doesn't. Let's hope he doesn't get punished for it. Nah, barely. One Ghazi doesn't make it out, but I think this wall. No, I was gonna say, are they going for the gate to burn it down before it can get finished? No, Dragevann has a good micro there. Splits his vills, loses nothing. It's fully walled now.
So now I'm very scared for Dragevann. Only because Delhi's on 3 sacred sites. They're getting all this gold. They're gonna get Castle Age. And Dragevann isn't really close to contesting. I mean, he's got some spears and Jenny, so he can move out to this middle one, and Scatterbrained can't defend it, but Scatterbrained's almost to Castle Age.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's gonna care about losing this middle one. Okay, so top one's also getting decapped, so alright.
But he's fine with it.
Coming in.
He's fine with it. I'm curious to see if he's gonna move some vills over to the gold, or if he's gonna just wait for it to tick up. He still has 1 sacred left, so it's gonna be enough to go to castle.
Yeah, he's gonna get to Castle Age off this. He just needs the food.
What does Dragevann have? We've got 5 spears, 6 knights, and we are getting steeled arrows, so it's gonna be archers coming behind this. It's a little unfortunate timing, I feel like, because, well, castle is about to hit, and archers are gonna be much less effective in a second. House of Learning coming in.
Yeah, no real surprises there. This is the preferred one, and once those elephants start coming, does Dragevann have anything?
I'm not sure it's gonna be elephants, honestly. I think it's gonna be mass knights. We have double stables going up in the base, which I think is a little overkill because, you know, you already have a scholar in your other stable, but that guy might be busy trying to grab some relics.
Yeah, there's no scholars in production buildings at the moment. He popped out to heal. I don't know if he's gonna pop in or if he's gonna go for relics here, but I mean, Dragevann nowhere near Castle Age, so I'm very curious as to what his plan is.
So really nice timing for Scatter, and let's see if he's actually using his Pro Scout. Yes, he is, taking the forward deer camp there home, taking the topside deer camp home as well. We do have a little night raid on the wood line, taking out one villager. But yeah, Castle Age is in. Jeanne is still nowhere near level 3. This is not the greatest feeling for Jeanne d'Arc.
No, but Dragevann is macroing towards Castle Age. It's gonna take him a few minutes though. I guess this is... I mean, there's no way he wants to take this to Imperial. So this really has to be... Royal Institute.
Yeah, it's likely gonna be Royal Institute. He has 8 knights, he has 8 spears. He's just gonna double down on that. There is the first war elephant, by the way.
Yep, I kind of figured.
Honed Blades is also on the way for, I'm assuming, will be a lot more knights. He's just, because he built the landmark, he didn't have a whole lot of food income, because it was mostly food wills, so he's gonna fix that now, and then we're gonna see mass knights with Honed Blades, and French is gonna wish they still had the best knights on the field.
Well, if you get Royal Institute, French will have the best knights on the field once Royal Bloodlines comes in.
That's a lot of ones. Honed Blades is, what, a minute out? Yeah, minute out.
There's the first Dumbo. And this is kind of where things start going a little bit downhill for Jeanne. 3 relics already kind of in for Scatterbrained, and I'm just kind of looking around. So he's going to get 4, I think, because 1 is walled in by Dragevann. It's just not reasonable for Scatterbrained to really get that. And we have a guild hall, so... Okay.
Okay, that is confident, forward-looking, and let's see how this fight turns out. This is 9 Feudal Age Spears. The heal maybe a little bit too early. Spears taking out the Ghazi there, but honestly, Scatterbrained doesn't care about the Ghazi. He has knights in here, he has the elephant. Spear numbers still looking strong. Jeanne is not gonna snack on too much experience here. Oh, never mind, she's still full health. I thought these knights would totally go for her.
Yeah, and maybe a little too early for Scatterbrained there. He loses a Dumbo. That's never a good feeling. He does sort of win the fight, but at what cost?
At what cost? The cost that Jeanne just got a whole lot of experience from this, but now she's level 3.
And we have Jeanne's champions immediately summoned right here, and... Alright, Dragevann is still in this.
He's still in this game, which is, I mean, it's a Delhi thing to say. Because it's really rough. Scatterbrained has not taken the Sacred Sites back just yet, and he's only on 3 relics.
Yeah, this 4th relic is mid-map. No, scholars are moving out now, though. 1 to provide healing, 2 to probably grab this relic in Sacred Site.
Oh no! The spears pushed Jeanne into the knights.
Crossbows finally start making their way out. We're gonna get a Woololo here. We could get a Woololo. Scatter doesn't want a Woololo.
Yeah, it doesn't need to. He's gonna win this fight here regardless.
And yeah, he's just microing his knights back to heal them, and this is just great micro by Scatterbrained.
Yeah, very nicely done there. Dragevann lost quite a bit, and Scatter basically lost nothing on that exchange. Did he buy back Jeanne? No, he did not.
No,
So
he's just gonna wait for her to resurrect herself. And Scatter's military force right now, 12 knights on the fields versus 1 knight. and a couple arbs. Scatter's gonna get all these sacred sites back. Scholar's gonna go down on the north sacred site, but he'll be able to respond. He's breaking off 3 knights to go deal with that. Not gonna save the scholar though, but will prevent a decap.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, Scatter's just going all cav, and he's making archers behind it too. So gonna counter out the spears.
Dragevann is gonna try to go full arbalists into this, which is gonna be great for the archers. But yeah, we're in the Divine Restoration we trust, and possibly into the buff that Jeanne gets on level 4. But I don't think we'll get
I'm
there.
gonna check how close Jeanne is to level 4.
I'm gonna say 10%.
Yeah, no, not even 10%.
I like to think positively. Why is the guild hall so far out? Okay, because these villagers that were on the deer built it, but...
Yes. Oh no. Villagers trying to repair the gate. One of them comes through, loses his life. Damage done to the others because you can actually attack through a palisades gate. But Jeanne drives all those knights off for some strange reason. Not sure why Scatter's pulling those knights back.
Doesn't need to risk them, but yeah, he could have totally gone for it. If he had the full vision there, he knows he can take any fight he wants to.
Now all Scatter needs to do is pull his scholars, and how do you beat this comp, right? So you have a war elephant that is countered by spears with base archers behind it. How do you kill this? You just don't. You don't.
Well, you have a lot better economy than you currently have, like 15 extra villagers, and then you have actual decent income, and then you have like 20 extra arbs and 15 extra spears, and then I can see this being a fair fight.
Yeah, I don't know how Dragevann comes back into this.
Sorry, I'm awake again. What happened?
Dragvann's in chat. Don't worry about the draft.
Oh yeah, that's what he said when we were looking at the draft earlier. You know what? I mean, yes, Jeanne on paper has a decent matchup into Delhi, but Scatterbrained's timings were so on point. And now Dragevann has to cash out the guild hall before it gets destroyed. So no fast Imperial.
Is he gonna cash it out? He does not cash it out. It's still on 800. But to be honest, this is Delhi in a nutshell right now. They're a tad over-tuned in my opinion, and I always want to be careful when I say that. But yeah, they're a pretty powerful civ at this point in time.
You know what makes me very happy? Dragevann's queuing Jeanne's champions from the barracks. He's also pop-capped and probably very, 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 very dead, but still.
Jeanne picks off one archer, but unfortunately there's still 21 more archers there, and this wall is not gonna survive.
I mean, she's one-shotting archers with the Divine Arrow. Here comes the charge. Here comes a very early heal, but in all honesty, Scatter has so much army, you can't really save it for a critical moment because you have no units that survive for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, Dragevann doesn't have a front line. Scatterbrained picks off 2 knights, sends them to the berries, gonna pick off a couple villagers, and Dragavann's eco is just, yeah, he's tapping out. And to be fair, I mean, Delhi's just a tough matchup on any civ, right? Delhi is just,
yeah, you know,
really powerful.
Best land civ.
Dragevann could even Dark Age barracks.
I hear least biased Mongol player.
Listen, I love Mongols, alright? I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're in a great place right now. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that mostly annoys me about Mongols is not their early, where you have options and fun. It is when you actually start to have to use your horrible food economy compared to like an actual farm setup. And then I just feel
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, and so this map kind of bypasses that a little bit because you have the Gur that kind of moves around and jumps between pawns. And is this a weird spawn? I found a 8 shoreline fish in one of these ponds. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
8?
8.
There's
Yeah,
4,
it's
there's
on
4, there's 1.
Scatterbrain's
Oh!
side.
Yeah, Dragevann has 3 ponds, and Scatterbrained has 2 ponds, which somehow merged. Interesting map generation, but yeah, it's not unusual. Like, this is the same amount that Dragevann has. Wait, is it? No, it's not. It's just 3 more. Wow. Well, it's 2 more because the other one has 3. I'm gonna call the map police and report this. No, it is just unfortunate. The random code that generates these maps sometimes does quirky stuff like that. Let's just call it a little bit of a bonus for our poor Mongol friends with the horrible food eco.
Listen, Mongols will take their any food bonuses they can get, and yeah, these shoreline fish certainly are juicy. And look at those sheep, 19 sheep. We are not going to see a pasture anytime soon. But you know what this is going to come down to is can Scatterbrain trade? And being that we're getting a Jingnam Tower, I think the answer to that is going to be no.
No. So Jiangnan Tower, it is an interesting landmark because you get either a spearman, a Zuginu, or a horseman for free, depending on whether you build a barracks or an archery range or a stable. Now, if you remember what these units cost, the best value per buck is obviously if you spam stables. Let's see what Dragevann is gonna do. First of all, we need the lumber camp though, because, well, you can't really build a lot if you don't have 20% more wood income.
Okay, so Scatterbrained is moving his Gur, and I'm not sure why and what he's doing.
Don't ask me. He's gonna chop an extra tree because oh, he doesn't have straggler trees around his around his town center.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right. He doesn't.
Interesting.
And what is he doing with this wood? Okay, so we are getting the silver tree, and unfortunately, based upon my experience playing Mongols against sort of a feudal aggressive Zhu Shi, with this close of a proximity, not gonna end too well for the Mongols here. That much I know.
Look at Dragavann's current villager split. He has 1 on food, which might be a little too few, and 12 on wood, supervising wood, and we see double stables. Which probably won't be producing a whole lot. Possibly some scouts for pro scouts, but yeah.
Yep.
Oh my.
And
7 seconds per horseman. 8 seconds per horseman, sorry.
You were talking about King of the North and a fun game.
Oh, I am just happy right now. This just makes me very, very happy.
I can tell you right now, Scatterbrained is not going to have easy access to gold. Horsemen coming out, they're going to go straight for this gold here. Not enough wood for a tower. Not a tower would realistically save you from this many horsemen, but
I mean, we're gonna have double produced Kashik in just a little bit, and we only, I'll say, have 5 horsemen just about out. Is that last one coming? No, it's not coming from the tower, it's an actual horseman being made.
That little,
with resources.
That's kind of interesting. So the UI shows 1 Kashik in queue, but when you click enable, obviously you see it's 2x. I didn't know that. I did not know that was a bug.
If he were to queue normal Kashik right now, you would in the production queue up there, you would see a different type of Kashik in the queue because they're counted separately.
Interesting. So we have 2 Kashiks on the field right now.
I'm sounding robotic. Which one? Can you tell? Because liquid sounds just fine on my end.
Cow has a message for you, sir. If you jump in the chat.
I will do just that. Eirik, what do you want? Oh, prep some energy. All right. Well, I do hope I'm no longer robotic. Fine, fine, fine. Better now. Let's hope it stays better. We do have the horsemen wrapping around there. We only have the 2 Kashyyyks so far. Second double production Kashyyyk are on the way. So yeah, Dragevann can't really do anything with these 5 guys, but Scatterbrained can also not trade behind this. We do have Yangnan Tower being entirely idle, and keep in mind we don't have a meditation garden. So what's the plan?
We have a second TC. We have 2 TC from Dragevann. Look at all that stone.
Is he gonna go Song before this, or is he just gonna put it out there just as a regular one? It looks like it's just gonna put it out and keep it behind these 5 horsemen. Dragevann is just gonna be a pest right there. And we do have the arrow slits coming in for this tower on the gold. Man, that gold spawn is so unfortunate. He does not like that one bit.
As soon as Scatterbrained scouts out the second TC, those traders are going to start pumping. And suddenly I kind of like this a little bit for Mongols. Anytime Mongols has that window to start trading, which your opponent goes 2 TC is like a thank you very much, I'm going to start trading. It's a good day. Horsemen trying to raid the gold, but, you know, again, tower there, full garrison, they're repelled. One horseman's gonna go down, and
yeah.
All of a sudden, I like Scatterbrained's position. Double archery range coming out. We can't have Mangadai. This has to be for base archers.
It is base archers, to everyone's disappointment, but hey, yeah, it makes sense. You don't want to be going Mangadai into the guy with the Zugino. Mining camp, free bounty for the Mongols there, and the Khan moves forward, sees the second town center. I mean, he already knew because he checked the stone. But yeah, Scatterbrained, did we start trading yet? Nope, no traders whatsoever in queue.
I think he's decided on the all-in, rather than trying to counter the 2 TC by using your Silver Tree, which is pretty close to a second town center in its own right. Horsemen jumping on top of the villagers. They're going to pick one and they're going to run away. But I definitely think Scatterbrained is just saying, I'm going to go all in here.
Yeah.
Silver Tree be damned. We're just going to take down the second town center. And he's got a good window, right?
Yeah, looking good for him right now. How far is Dragavann's food gone at this point? EGCTV, welcome in. I hope you guys had fun over there in your matches. We're also having fun in the Warchief Club final. Watching Dragevann versus Scatterbrained right now. We're on game number 2. And let me flip that score around because it is once again not correct. There we go. Scatterbrained is up 1-0. And Dragevann opened Yangyang Tower. And got some free horsemen. Finds another Vil pick there.
Those free horsemen, just beautiful micro from Dragevann. What they did was they body blocked and forced the villagers to go all the way around the gold, buying additional time for them to get hits in and kill villagers. That was just precise by Dragevann. But Dragevann, I think he's scouting out the all-in now. He sees the Kashyyyks, he sees the archers, and he's in a little bit of a food crunch right now.
Yeah,
actually.
Tries to secure himself the forward berries, but can't really do it. Oh no. Oh, no, not the official. But yeah, he doesn't really have any military to defend this tower. He's not gonna lose the Vils behind it, fortunately for him, but he's also gonna be cut off from any food there. How many sheep is left here? Let me find out. He has 5 carcasses. Not a great showing. What is that? Do you see those towers?
It's a wall of towers.
That is a choice.
Stone to upgrade them. I don't know what those towers are gonna do here. We have a meditation gardens coming down, but that is well within deniable range of those Kashyyyks there.
Oh, but
no ranged armor there.
I was wondering if he would try this, but he can't. He just can't do it. He has 2 units to his name. Scatterbrained can just move in and stop this.
We do have a ranged armor coming in before siege engineering, so Dragevann's gonna have a little bit of time. Market coming down for Dragevann. He's gonna try to trade out, you know, any resources he has. But this is looking a little dire here. Scatterbrained has map control. All he really needs is siege engineering.
Do you know what the depressing part is? One main part of Dragavann's food income is not a meditation garden, and we have an attempted farm. Oh no! Yes, we needed the meditation garden because we wanted the discount farms. Oh my god, he's so dead. He is so dead.
Alright, so Scatterbrained has Steel Arrow queued up before Siege Engineering, so... I don't know, Dragevann's got some time. He's got a massive eco lead at this point. I won't say massive, but a good eco lead, and once he starts putting down more production buildings, assuming he has room to put it anywhere, it's kind of cramped in there, he'll start getting some free units, and... You know, maybe he can hold?
We'll find out in just a second.
Oh, no. He canceled Steel Arrow. He knows Siege Engineering is on its way. It is a second or two away. We're going to get some rams down, and Meditation Gardens is going to be the first victim.
Or maybe this wall of tower. This just makes me laugh. I'm sorry. Okay, we've got double barracks coming out there. I mean, there is 11 Keshiks against the 1 horseman currently, so some spears would not go amiss. Unfortunately, there's also 20 archers already. And I'm assuming that Steel Arrow is not going to be far behind. But for now, Rams coming in. Let's see if Dragevann holds this with air and faith. And yeah, I don't see it. But I have seen things not for 4 barracks because he's going to get 4 free spears out of that.
I mean, listen, it's something, right? He's got... not a lot of military, but quickly that queue gets pumping for Dragevann there. He's got 8, 7. Spears are kind of coming out. They are Dark Age spears, it looks like. I don't know if that's a UI issue or... No,
it is not.
Upgrade them to Hardened.
It is unfortunately not. Let's see if he's gonna realize. I mean, I'll say this, for his production speed, he's already up to 10 spears.
He can supervise, right? If he can get a couple horsemen out, I think he can hold here. He just needs horsemen to deal with those archers. He needs like 20 horsemen, but he needs horsemen, and those rams are just moving in on the towers.
It's fine. He just needs like 20 stables, right? Right? Did I read that correctly? Oh lord.
Yes,
here comes Scatterbrained.
Spears trying to push these rams back, but those archers are just making quick work of them, and Dragevann, not only is he running out of room, he's running out of time here. Villagers get picked off by archers, and this granary transition that Dragevann tried is now kind of a moot point here.
Scatterbrained is getting raid bounty for it. So it's not mute per se, it's just for the aversive. Oh, he deleted the farm so he doesn't give away as much bounty. I mean, smart, but also, does it matter at this point?
Oh, Scatterbrain's going curl tie, Castle Age incoming, and he's going to go in for the kill. Rams are going to try to get this granary down.
Hey,
Dragevann doesn't really have much to defend.
Hey, remember when we were talking about that he only needs like 20 stables? Well, there is 8 more stables being built in the back.
Yeah, there's also his entire economy running to build a, mill in the back so they can gather shoreline fish, and there's, Keshiks on their tails. Quick wall by Dragevann,
it's
but
okay.
They're just gonna go around.
We need to cancel the wall and go back down. And rebuild it. Too late. Well. Oh, beautiful.
Once this curl tie comes in, I think Dragevann might call this one here. And he does. Rightfully called. I think Scatterbrained sort of baited him with the silver tree there. Saying, hey, I'm gonna trade here, but Scatterbrained never used it.
It is the mystery pick. Let's hop into that caster mode and flip the score around once again because they switched who made the lobby. Match point, Warchief Club final in 2025 for the first time. We've got Scatterbrained in the northeastern spawn playing the yellow Ottomans, and we've got Dragevann playing the Ayyubid in the purple in the southern spawn there, and it's cliffside.
So looking at the villagers distance mining gold, that tells me we're going to get the culture wing, but not the dervish culture wing. We're going to get the culture wing that is less expensive of an age up here. So a lot of directions Dragevann can go with this for sure. I've seen some interesting Ayyubid builds kind of coming out of this. One that comes to mind is 2TC.
I wasn't
2TC
gonna say
Ayyubids.
it.
Listen, we've watched him go 2TC 3 times
Ad-
before.
Advancement Wing is it's pretty much the fastest second town center in the game, I feel like, but I'm not sure it's a great pick. We'll find out. Here comes the Advancement Wing. Where's he gonna move his bills? Allocation 5500 so far. This could mean anything, right? You can also play a nice all-in with proxy with an Advancement Wing and have units out super fast. Meanwhile, we did not talk about it, but Scatterbrained is just going feudal.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Ottoman players today are kind of just skipping the early military school. They're opting to just go straight to feudal, for a number of reasons, right? That early military school, that first spear you get, not necessarily the best value. You attack the gold, the villagers kind of just sort of shank you a little bit. So, no surprises that he's going to, skip the early military school. Now, let's go Sultanate Trade Network, TMM. I think TMM makes sense here because you want to save food.
He sees
and
the
better
culture,
gathering
he
food.
does not know which culture it is, so...
No,
He
he
did-
could just assume that
Okay,
it's dervish.
now he sees the spire, sees that it's already very far built. Can you tell from this that it's the advancement, or would you still assume we were going logistics here? Well, we're gonna see
So-
how he reacts.
When you wheel around to the gold, that's going to tell you everything you need to know. When you see
Yeah.
the distance mine, you click on the gold, see he only gathered 30. You know what
That
what
does
he
help.
did.
Let me quickly
Yeah.
pause this because we have a little bit of a jank. 3, 2,
On top
1,
of that,
boop.
in 4 seconds, he's going to know because the H-up is going to come in at 3 minutes and 12 seconds, which is just
It's pretty fast.
insanely fast.
Okay, it's gonna be aggression. Archery range is coming out. I am as disappointed as the next guy that, we're not going to be seeing, well, a second... Okay, no, it's not a second town center. I wanted to see some proxying, but it's not gonna happen. It's already cliffside. We're already having a proxy base right there, right over on the other side of that hill. So, I'm assuming we're gonna see a raider. He needs 50 gold for that, though. He sent nothing. Oh, no.
It's 2TC.
Oh no. Why did we make the archery range then? To bait it out? To pretend we're being aggressive?
Maybe because he wants some desert raiders to sort of harass and, feint pressure.
We'll see what he has cooking for us. So yeah, we do have the gold landmark for the Ottomans. 3 gold, doesn't need to be out here. Save his villagers against any early aggression, so it's a nice choice. For food, he can always go for the Anatolian hills if he so chooses.
Yeah, and he has this back deer that's relatively safe. I mean, once you have desert raiders kind of roaming around, not much is really safe, but, it's in the back of his base, so he has that to fall back on. Some berries nearby, too, so food, at least for the next 10 or 15 minutes, isn't going to be a big deal for him, but yeah, Dragevann going 2TC, so to scout this and say, okay, I'm going to feudal all in and take the second TC down, because his scout's wheeling around now, so he's identifying the 2TC.
So far he has all of his options open. He sees the stone gathering. Sipahi is not far away. Dragevann will be able to secure himself enough stone there, but fortitude going on, and you cannot underestimate the Sipahi. It's going to do a ton of damage.
Actually might be able to pick a Vil here.
Oh, yeah.
Vil's down to 2 HP, Sipahi's just going to hunt him down.
He's going to get a second one.
Yes, absolutely.
Gets another poke, and 2 Vils for nothing. Well, that was certainly quite good for him. Second Sipahi is on the way. Now, my question is he gonna try to go castle behind this? While Dragevann builds his second town center forward. TC range is right there. So, Sipahi can't really do a whole lot. And Fortitude is already spent.
Yeah, so the production building is coming down from Scatterbrained, tells you everything you need to know. Sipahi is going to be annoying, not going to be able to prevent this second town center from going up. But yeah, Scatter has nothing on gold. He's not intending to go to Castle Age. He's playing feudal.
Full feudal all in. Well, I don't hate it. I like a full feudaling of the Ottomans. You do pay less for your production buildings. You produce faster. It's a good time all around. He doesn't have any military schools, so he doesn't have the eco-scaling per se. But, well, you can still have one of the best horsemen in the game, and you can still have a ton of units. Forward outpost to deny the gold.
Ottoman tower rush coming in 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the game. This is new. Sipahi just gonna bait a garrison real quick, take a little bit of damage, not too much. You have counter outpost kind of coming out here. Dragevann should be able to get that up in time.
Man,
Archer though,
I don't think he will, because the second TC does so little damage. These Sipahi can just sit here, and the outpost is gonna go up for Scatterbrained. That's gonna be gold denied, so we can't save ourselves to Castle Age. We don't have advancement wing anymore. Hate to say it, it's looking rather grim already. I mean, look how little damage it does. This is without range defense.
Yeah, it's a little ugly for Dragevann here. I mean, he has his 2 TCs, but you know, Scatterbrained can quickly just put down a blacksmith, which he has, get siege engineering, and you know, just start ramming the second town center. It's forward. Dragevann doesn't have much to defend it right now.
This tower will even clip the outer range of these berries here. And how is Dragavann's food situation right now? We've seen it last game. Okay, he's still on 17 sheep, so he's just fine in that regard. Golden Age coming in.
Right.
And triple archery range with regular archers. But Ottomans do get a mether, so they have one more range defense.
Scatterbrained comes over, sort of just repels the horsemen and desert raider that were burning down his tower. Also, arrow slits comes in on that, so gold is completely denied, and one of the berry patches, maybe 2, completely denied, and Dragvann's back is to the wall a little bit, right? He's got some safe food in the back, but you have Sipahi running around, so he doesn't feel necessarily comfortable going for that. He's moving out to Southside gold as well. I don't know, Scatterbrained is just turning the screws here, little by little. And you have siege engineering coming in for Scatterbrained, so we're going to have rams down in, you know, a minute or two, and I don't think that second town center is going to last.
You know what always scares me as well? When I see Sipahi on the map and people not making any spears. Sure, I know there's archers. Yes, you can snipe out the spears if your micro is up for it. But man, disrespecting Sipahi is dangerous.
Desert Raiders sort of nerf them, and obviously they do bonus damage against Sipahi. I think Sipahi also do bonus damage to them. So
oh yes, they do.
Matchup. But yeah. All right, Scatter's moving his army around, you know, targeting that wood line. Dragevann moves to the deer in the back, so he's got some safe food coming in, and he can make some military here and hopefully get a hold. But it's an impressive army from Scatterbrained. 14 archers, 2 more in queue, 6 Sipahi, and rams coming down shortly. Archers firing over the wood line. Gonna get a pick here. Another Sipahi are gonna take down another villager that was too close to that archery range. And here are the rams. And yeah, Scatterbrained is just going for the kill. He's gonna push in on this side. He's not even gonna bother trying to take down the second TC. Dragevann pulls all his villagers. He's going to try to burn this outpost down. Scout comes up to tank. And
Sipahi arrive in time. Around. The villagers cannot be here right now. Where's the rest of Dragavann's army? And as you say that, what rest?
Okay, Ram getting started on the production buildings here and slowly just turning the screws on Dragevann here.
Oh lord. This is not looking super great for our Scandinavian player. We've got 10 archers against 18. We've got 2 horsemen against 8. Yeah. How would you say the current state of the game is if you're an Ayyubid?
Considering that Scatterbrained just got fieldwork, so now he's got imams coming up to heal, I don't think Ayyubids are in a really strong position right now.
Not really strong, you say. Alright, I'm gonna quote you on that. And we'll see how it works out. Dragavann's also making liberal use of the market already, trying to get his upgrades fortified in range defense and steeled arrow. Steeled arrow already in. But he doesn't have any eco upgrades. He does have the tier 1 golden age. But well, it's not a Basset golden age. And Scatter is just gonna push the town center. Is he gonna push from multiple angles, I wonder? Or is he just gonna focus? Yeah, looks like just focus.
No, he's coming from the front real quick. First ram gets pulled back as the archers garrison the town center, but Dragevann doesn't have the ability to hold this. Most of his army is archers, and there's 11 Sipahi on the field. 2 more in queue, plus a host of archers from Scatterbrained as well.
Yeah.
Imams to heal, and a meter. So it's...
Here comes the big push. Sipahi are already on the front line, and we see the horsemen. I'm not gonna say slowly disintegrating, they're just gonna fall right there. Archers doing their best to hold this, but well, you see those +2 range defense that Scatterbrained has going on there. Meffer is all the way in the back, getting focus fired by the TC, but being healed by the Imams. Nice detail there. And yeah, Scatterbrained's just gonna walk all over this. He can now activate the Fortitude because there's no more frontline, no more melee units. And this is looking a little rough.
Yeah, this is match point, so Dragevann's gonna do everything he can to hold on. Best of 5, so if Scatterbrained takes this, he's the Warchief Club champion. But I don't see any outs for Dragevann here. He was on 2 TC, but he's behind on economy. He's behind on military. Scatterbrained is just taking down his production buildings little by little, and
yeah,
not a ton of options here that are going to get Dragevann out of this.
You know, we went from 2 1-hour games to 2 15-minute games. If it's going to 15 minutes, that is, I'm not quite sure what I like more, but both of them have their charm.
Listen, I'm for a feudal all-in. I enjoy a good one, and Scatterbrained has showed us 2 back-to-back right now, and he's trying to close out the second one here.
Was this a disrespect of the Ottoman Empire? Did we get the... Oh, he's playing Ottoman. Well, I'm just gonna go to TC.
I don't know that I'd ever want to go 2 TC into Ottomans. It feels like you're just saying, hey, Ottos, you can get set up, whether that's on a feudal all-in, whether that's on a fast castle. And I really don't want Ottomans getting to castle. Scatterbrained clearly, wants to play feudal. He showed us that several times. Villagers are just running from woodline to woodline now, and a lot of idle time there on Dragevann's eco. And Dragevann doesn't have enough production. He's trying a counter raid here in the middle, sort of push back the reinforcements and cut those off, but...
It is what you have to do, kind of like when you're fighting against the longbow rush, but, well, he's so far behind in military. And Scatterbrained knows it. Usually you hold off the reinforcements so long that you can actually crush the army that is currently moving behind your base, but until you can do that, I'll say there's a way to go.
The Pahi are closing in on this deer pack in the back here, and 10 villagers, only 5 garrison spots. It's going to be very Squid Games-like at times. Archers coming over, those 5 villagers are just going to get cut down.
Yep.
Sipahi are going to finish them off. Rams continuing to just hammer away at the production, and archers now finding this wood line and villagers are gonna have to scramble and run away, but where are they gonna go?
Dragevann
Nowhere's
just
safe.
doesn't have the army to fight this. The Mether is actually... Okay, it is safe between the army there. I was gonna say, maybe it's gonna get taken out by the tower, but... Yeah, Dragevann has no way of beating this, and he knows it. Yeah, well, Scatter takes the series 3-0 and is the Warchief's chieftain of January.
I did not have this going 3-0.
Yeah, I thought Dragevann would take a game. I'll say that. And man, Frisian Marshes, when he dropped down the tower and made 3 stables initially, you had me smiling
you got
ear to
so
ear right
excited.
there.